Hello my friends and welcome back to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. So what am I gonna talk today? Today I want to talk about the weather. So let's make a video where I'm talking about the weather and in particular the winter anyway, that it's here in Basilicata, here in the south of Italy. And now the question is mainly one, because obviously this is my first winter here, and the question is if this is exactly what I was expecting from this winter here, my expectations about the winter. Now, let me start from what I knew about the southern Italian winter. Okay, so let's start from this one. And so I have to say that now, generally, we know that the south of Italy is in the Mediterranean area, so we might think that, for example, the winters are very mild, okay? That which actually are, in the meaning that I'm finding this winter quite mild. I cannot complain about the temperatures and about the winter. Now, we are in January. This is the 15th of January, and so basically, what are the temperatures now here, for example, in this part of Basilicata? Now, in the last 2 weeks, so since the 23rd, 24th of December, so the temperatures start dropping. So we were expecting a big amount of snow during Christmas, and we were also expecting a big amount of snow now in the last week. But it didn't snow. For example, in the end, all the forecasts were saying it's gonna snow, it's gonna snow, it's gonna snow. In the end, we didn't see zero, not even a bit of snow. But I have to say that not far from where I am, so in the inner part of Basilicata, where the Apennines are, so they had a good amount of snow. Actually, there are towns at 30, 40 kilometers from here that had good amount of snow. For example, Potenza, that is the capital of Basilicata region. I heard yesterday that they had kind of 20, 30 centimeters of snow, or even other towns around Montemilone, which one is Melfi, for example, because they are quite high in altitude. They had a good, decent amount of snow. And then the more we go into the Apennines, into the Basilicata region, but this, for example, also in Abruzzo, in Molise region, and the Apennines of Calabria, they had good amount of snow. But why? Because we are talking about mountains. Now, for example, Montemilone is only 350 meters above the sea level. And, but so, by the forecast were saying that we would have faced snow, so we were all preparing kind of, okay, let's stack a bit of food. Actually, the Christmas days, when they were saying, when they were forecasting, for example, a good amount of snow, was also nice, for example, to have snow during the Christmas days. You know, it makes a celebration atmosphere, which I actually like. Who doesn't like the snow, for example, on the 24th of December, on the 25th, when everyone is on holiday, nobody is at work, and so we are always thinking, okay, let it snow, you know, let's have a good amount of snow. But it didn't here where I am, so it didn't. Now, what I want to say is, for example, that until the 20th of December, till the 20th of December, so nearly a month ago, I found the temperature actually kind of very mild, extremely mild. For example, during the daytime, we still had, up to the 20th of December, we still had 15, 16, once 17 degrees during the daytime. And then in the evening, for example, temperature were dropping at 7, 8 degrees. So for me, that I was coming from Ireland, or even that I was experiencing, for example, the wintry months in Piemonte region, which we are in the northwestern part of Italy, but like the northern part of Italy, now they have kind of freezing temperature. I was talking yesterday to a friend in Torino, in Turin, and he said, "Oh, Antonio, temperature are freezing at night, are dropping badly. We had -5, -6, -7. Then the higher you go to the mountains, up to the mountains, and even colder are the temperatures." So, and simply because I'm not really a fan of the wind, I mean, I like winter. But anyway, winter means a lot of discomfort as well. Anyway, cold, when it's cold, I don't want to, we are all a bit lazy to go out. If we are forced to go out when it's cold, you have to put a lot of clothes on yourself and jackets and hats. For example, hat is the best friend when the temperatures are freezing, I'm saying. So, but anyway, back until the 20th of December, temperatures were kind of mild. So I really, really enjoyed. And what else I can say about the temperature up to the 20th of December is that, okay, I turned on the heating system the last week, the middle of October. The 15th of October, I started turning on the heating system, but only a tiny bit, for example, at night. So from the 15th of October, 15th of November, and 15th of December, then we go up to the 20th of December, I was using the heater, the heating system, but most of the times during the daytime, I wasn't turning on anything. Actually, I was even leaving windows open because anyway, the temperature in the house was fine. I couldn't complain much. At night, I was turning on a bit. Then, obviously, if you have a day that is a bit colder, obviously you might turn on a bit the heater. But anyway, till the 20th of December, I didn't have to use much. Then from the 20th of December, it changed a bit. So we enter in colder days. So from the 20th of December up to now, to the 15th of December, let me say, now we are experiencing the winter. Now, winter is kind of, obviously, it's cold, but I never seen, for example, temperature dropping under the zero. Not at all. The lowest temperature I witnessed was 2-3 degrees at night. Anyway, obviously, when you have 2-3 degrees at night, you turn on the heater. I mean, obviously. But again, let me say that for me, the real winter only started 20 days ago. 25 days ago started the real winter. And now, anyway, we are still expecting few more days of cold temperature. I had a look at the forecast, for example. They're saying that now the next 2 weeks, up to the 25th, 28th of January, I saw that the temperatures are still the same. So basically we are around 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees at night, and between 6, 7, 8, maximum 9 degrees during the daytime, which I can afford. Anyway, we can still handle. And why? Anyway, I'm even positive towards this because I know that then from the first days of February, but technically maybe even from the last days of January, we might have already the temperatures increasing again, rising, going back up again. And that is giving me, for example, a bit of comfort. And why is comfort in me in this situation? Because I know that, okay, I'm still gonna face 20 days of cold, of winter, but then very soon it will start the spring. So this is gonna be my first spring. In particular, these are gonna be the first days of the spring, because last year I arrived here in April, and obviously in April temperatures were still a bit cold at night, but during the daytime we were experiencing already 20, sometimes even 25 degrees. So it was already extremely enjoyable just to put a jumper. So now for the first time I'm gonna face February, March here, which obviously is still kind of because the winter ends officially on the 21st of March. That is the day that officially the winter ends with the equinox. For example, the equinox on the 21st of March, then we enter into the spring. But to be honest, I'm already feeling like, okay, in few days the winter is gonna end. And this is what makes me actually kind of very positive. I know that it's not gonna be till March, April, or even May, for example, that we're still gonna have kind of low temperatures. So basically, I'm very positive. I cannot complain about the winter here. Now, let me recap 1 second. Let's say April, May, June, July, August, and September. These 6 months are 6 months, warm, 6 warm months. So no complaints. Then maybe I was wishing to have 8 months of summer, let me say. But maybe, let me say, consider March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October. Obviously, in October I was still thinking to go to the sea 1 or 2 days. Actually, I kind of forgot that October was still mild, but we were entering this kind of mid-season. So basically, we have the 4 seasons here. What I notice is that winter is just a season. While for me before, winter was a kind of long period. Okay, for several months, days are gonna be very short. While actually here, what surprised me, maybe because I'm at a lower latitude, that at 7 in the morning is already bright. I mean, the sunrise is around 7, half 7 in the morning, the shortest day of the year. And then till 5 o'clock, for example, now it's 10 to 5, and we still have a bit of, and it's cloudy day, so I can see already that the days are getting a bit longer. So this, for example, I really enjoyed here, to have, even if I'm in the winter, I still have a lot of hours of daytime, of brightness. I mean, what can I say? Anyway, hours where you still have the daylight, that's it. So basically, yeah, I really enjoyed this. Then I can say that obviously the winter hasn't been very severe. So I was expecting a bit of snow. I would have appreciated a bit of snow, but nothing. Maybe it can still snow, but I don't think so. Here, locals are saying, oh, expect that maybe in February we might still have a bit of snow. Okay, even if it's gonna snow, maybe it's 2-3 days of cold and it's gonna snow, but then the snow is not gonna last, it's gonna melt. Maybe 2 days after it snowed, you already have 15 degrees. So, in the end, yes, there is a winter. So I cannot say, oh, here in the south of Italy, there's no winter. Obviously, I'm using the heating system. Maybe, again, it's not even a month that I'm using constantly the heating system. Even during the cold days, I could have switched off for most of the day. I could have kept it off. And obviously at night, if you want to have a bit of comfort. So I'm not expecting, for example, huge bills, even if they are saying that the gas price is increasing. Maybe I'm gonna, actually, as soon as I was expecting already the bill for November and December. Now for these 2 months, I'm expecting 150 euro for the heating system. I hope it's not good. This is my bet. I bet that should be less than 150 euro for 2 months. So it means 75 euro a month. Then as soon as I'm gonna get the bill, I will make a short video and I will show you how much I paid for these 2 months of winter for the bills. Which actually, again, if it's only 75 euro a month, then I want to make, for example, a video about my bills, how much it costs me. For example, at the moment, every 2 months, I'm paying for the electricity 120 euro. 100, yeah, let's say no more than 120, because for example then I have 20 euro of internet a month. That's what I'm actually paying for the broadband. So 20 euro a month, that is not very expensive. Actually, I think this is one of the things that I really appreciate, because in Ireland I used to pay much more for the broadband. I used to pay 70 euro a month, so it's much cheaper here. I have few complaints, it sometimes goes off, there are technical problems. Anyway, I have to cope, but anyway, 20 euro a month, when it's working very well. I'm saying maybe 1 day or 2 days in a month, sometimes the signal, the connection goes off, for example. Then, so let me just say my bills. So I have the gas bill, the electricity bill. Now electricity only, I have only the lights in the house, the washing machine, the fridge. Sometimes I use an oven, that is electric oven. So let me say, I'm using the electricity. Obviously there's less light, so we use more the lights. So what I'm paying is 120 euro. And actually in the Italian bill they also included the television. The television fees, they are so cheeky in Italy that they put the television fees even if you don't have the television, and they charge, I think, 15 euro a month. So in this 120 euro, consider that I'm charged for 15 euro for the television. And then on top, okay, let me say that in Italy, let's say that in Italy, most of the fees in the bills, I mean, there are just fees, like taxes that you have. Like I was expecting lower taxation. Let me say that on 120 euro, 15 is for the television, and then another 50 euro is just for taxes that they put on the bill. Anyway, shocking. This is shocking. Anyway, my friends, so I would keep talking per hours, but overall, I cannot complain about, no, I cannot complain at all about the winter. So let me just recap the bills: electricity bill, gas bill, internet, rubbish, and water. So then I want to make a video about how much I'm spending monthly, okay? But I can say roughly monthly, if then I should make an average during the year, okay? I'd say that here, for two people, a house of 90 square meters, I pay around between 200 and 250 euro. But no, if I do the average with the summer, for example, maybe I drop 180, 200 euro a month, let me say. But I should make the calculation about how much I'm paying for the water. Now, I don't remember exactly. I might say maybe 250 euro a year for the water, 230 euro a year for the rubbish, then 240 euro for internet, and so on. So, and then this is already 600 euro, then put maybe electricity and gas, but I will make a video where how much I'm spending. But overall, if I'm with a low budget, and again, let's talk about the 1000 euro, which I'm actually used to live here in the south of Italy, that I think that's what it cost me. I mean, that's how much it cost me between food and bills. So I'd say that plus the car, the maintenance for the car, let me say 1000 euro. That's exactly what is enough for me to live here. Okay, no rent and no mortgage. Of course, obviously, if you consider that you have a rent or mortgage, that might take big part of the salary. Anyway, I studied the situation to pay a cheap house, that I still have to make the video. I'm sorry, I'm delaying, but now with the winter, it's very boring, it's dark, and I have to keep the windows open. So I'm waiting, I'm expecting for a better day, for better days, for warmer days, for brighter days, which I can actually then make a proper decent video of my house. It's not like I don't want to show. It's nice, I have to make it, but since the winter started, let me say since the mid of October, which the days started getting shorter, I found it very hard to find a decent moment, you know, to make the video again, where the house is bright, where the house without lights on, and so on. Okay, my friends, so I've just, instead of my walk and talk, I've done this random talk here, and so on. I'm not in Montemilone, I'm in Venosa at the moment. Anyway, I will see you to my next video here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel. So, two things, I promised to make a video about the bills, how much roughly cost me a month between all the 5 bills that I mentioned: gas, electricity, internet, rubbish, and water. Okay, so these are the bills. And now I'm just waiting a few more weeks for the winter to end and to restart in the spring season, which I'm actually already expecting in February. Then, for example, if you notice, I've done my walk and talks, and was kind of okay. My last walk and talk wasn't, I think was last week. I think I've done it last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure if I skipped it last week, don't remember. But anyway, if I'm able to do the walk and talk, means outside it's not that cold and so. But it was a bit cold the last 2-3 weeks. Anyway, we've been in the winter, but if I'm lucky, I still get a day with 10, 12, 15 degrees. So it's a mild winter, it's a season. Then I can say that here I'm shocked to see fruit and veg growing even during this season. Cauliflower, broccoli. The other day a friend of mine brought me 5 kilos of broccoli. I said, but where did you get this? Oh, we just picked them. I mean, he works in the fields. I said, how much you want? No, it's a present, don't worry, Antonio. Wow, I was shocked. I'll bring you cauliflower, fennels, whatever you want, Antonio, anytime I go to the fields. But you can see, while I'm driving, I can see plenty of fields where they're growing vegetables in the winter. You're harvesting without greenhouses. I mean, just in the field. I'm shocked. I'm simply shocked from this point of view. But in the end, I have to say that we still have winter. So it's not like here in the south of Italy it doesn't exist, the winter exists, and I take it, I live the season. The difference from the northern European countries is that for me there was more than a season. It's just prepare for few long, dark and cold months. Prepare yourself mentally for when once October arrives, okay, October, November, December, January, February, March, it's only from April. So it's 6 months of full dark, no light, cold weather, and so on. So here, let me say, it's also winter, but I see it as a very short period. okay, few months. Again, I repeat it many times, but just to let you understand the concept of the advantage for me to live here in the south of Italy. Okay, my friends, 25 minutes of talking, I'm shocked. Anyway, I'll see you to my next video here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel. Bye!